Hi everyone, and welcome to Sam Tries Reading. And it's not smut today. Today I will be reviewing The Nightmare Before Christmas, Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shea Ernshaw. So as you may know if you've been following this channel for a while, I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. So I had to kick off the season with a spooky read because I do not like horror films, but I like fun, cutesy spooky, which this fulfilled perfectly, even though it starts with them going to Valentine's Day town for their honeymoon. That's only for like a chapter or two before they return to Halloween Town because Halloween's about to happen and it's the first year that Sally will be the pumpkin queen. And she's really feeling the pressure. And the town really has put all these expectations on her because she's the first pumpkin queen to ever exist. And she just doesn't feel up to the challenge. And the whole story is really about her finding what being a queen means to her and not to everybody else. And now here's where I'm about to get into spoilers, so if you don't want to know more than a basic summary, see you later. Scram. So because of all this pressure, and Jack's really kind of too busy to talk to her, even though he does want to talk to her, but you know, Halloween's about to happen, everybody wants his attention. She ends up running off and accidentally opening a door to a town that hasn't been opened in a long time and lets out a monster that puts everybody to sleep. Can you guess what type of monster that would be? Or should I say Faye?
If you guessed the Sandman,
You would be correct! And he puts everyone in Halloween Town to sleep. In fact, Sally runs off to Valentine's Day Town. They're all asleep. The only town that doesn't have everyone asleep is St. Patrick's Day Town, where she talks to a leprechaun who kind of helps her out slightly, but he's a little too obsessed with his pot of gold to really pay too much attention to her. But he gives her a 4-leaf clover for luck, which does come in handy later in the novel. But anyway, she makes her way back to the door that she accidentally opened that let the Sandman out, walks in and discovers Dreamland, or Dreamtown, because everything's a town. And guess what? No one's asleep there. They all talk in like rhymes, like bedtime rhymes, which is kind of fun and cute. And she comes across 2 other ragdolls who are the governor of this town, and huge spoiler, guess what? They're her parents! Turns out Miss Sally was actually kidnapped by Dr. Finkelstein. Finkelstein, is that how you say his name? I always have trouble with this. So I know it's a play on Frankenstein. Finkelstein. I got it right. So he kidnapped her when she was a wee little girl and took out all her like lavender cotton stuffing and replaced it with the dead leaves. And then pawned her off as his daughter and that he created her. Which, you know, her parents are so happy now that she's returned to Dreamland, and they're a little hesitant to let her go at first. Becomes a whole thing. Eventually they do agree that, you know, she's got to save her true love or whatever. But they don't want the Sandman coming back there, so they're planning to close off Dreamland. It's a whole big thing. I won't go into too much detail. But anyway, she has to go through the human realms to go get back to Halloween Town and meets Queen Elizabeth II. But she's asleep because the Sandman also put everyone in the human world to sleep. And like any Disney film, there's a happy ending. Everybody else wakes up in all the towns. Sally saves the day. And the Sandman actually turns out not to be so bad. This was honestly just a fun little cozy Halloween read. I highly recommend it. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's super cute, super fun if you like The Nightmare Before Christmas, especially if Sally was your favorite character, because there's a lot of Sally, there's not a lot of Jack. So if you are more of a fan of Jack, maybe this isn't the book for you. One thing too that I loved about this book is like, look at the font. Isn't that fun? I really enjoyed it. It was very like spooky. I also really enjoyed Shea's writing. She's very descriptive and it's very flowery, I guess is a way to describe her like descriptions and stuff. And I really enjoyed that a lot, especially her descriptions of food. And the epilogue definitely leaves it open-ended for like other towns. So like Dreamtown was supposedly a long forgotten lost town, and apparently other forgotten towns are Father Time, Old Man Winter, the Tooth Fairy. So I would love to see some sequels with those other forgotten towns, or even just more of the other towns. I know I mentioned Valentine's Day Town and St. Patrick's Town. She also does go to Thanksgiving Town. She also, of course, returns to Christmas Town as well. So I would just love to see more of these books because I think they would be fun to read around certain holidays, especially Halloween. If you're gonna check out this book and read it, let me know in the comments, or if you've already read it, let me know what you thought about the book. I'd love to hear your rating. Till next time, happy reading!